In the next couple of minutes, I'm gonna break down for you step by step, clear and simple, no hype, no fluff, direct to the point, how you can start your online coaching business and grow it to whatever level you desire, whether that's just consistent $5,000 months, $10,000 months, $100,000 months. The sky's the limit. You might see a little appearance here from my girl Coco. Hi, baby. So I'm gonna break it all down on this video right here, so stay tuned. And I just want to say there's so much information out there. I get it. I know it can be overwhelming. You're probably seeing all these coaches online. You're probably getting targeted with all these ads. And I get it. It can be overwhelming, and you start taking in all these different processes and ideas, which is amazing. You want to do that for a while. But that's kind of the first phase of learning about online coaching, understanding how it works. This video is for you if you are in the process where you're like, okay, I have an overall idea. I just want a clear, straight to the point process how I can do this, okay? And I always tell people the secret to life is find 1 to 2, 3 at the most mentors or people that you look up to that have the life that you want, that have the results that you want, that have, followed a path and gotten proven results, and you vibe with them. You align with them. You can tell that you guys have similarities, you have the same values and beliefs. It's really important that you do like and vibe with your coach as well, okay? So that's my advice for you. First off is just eliminate the clutter, follow 2 or 3 people, binge their free content, get results from their processes, and that's gonna stop you from being overwhelmed and taking in all this information, okay? So hopefully that's helpful. First tip there. So diving in, this video I'm gonna break down how you can start from absolute scratch and grow to $10,000 months within 3 to 4 months, okay? And you can even do more than that. It's totally up to you. It's all numbers, it's all formula, it's all math, okay? So, by the way, my name is Morrison. I am the CEO of Buff and Paid. We are a coaching company where we help women go, like I've said, from 0 to consistent $10,000 months, $20,000 months, $100,000 months. My company does consistent $100,000 months, 7-figure. We are a 7-figure company. And just like, it was like 5-6 years ago, I was a broke personal trainer. I was working a 9-to-5 job, teaching boot camp on the side, credit card debt, all my cars maxed out, getting blackout drunk every weekend, just completely aimless and lost in life. And when I hired my first business coach and applied this to my life, this process, my entire life changed, okay? So let's again, I don't want to hype too much. I don't want to fluff too much. Let's just jump right into this, okay? So there's 4 pillars in any business, an online business. This is the 4 pillars, and everything expands from those 4 pillars, okay? So those 4 pillars are mindset, which we're going to dive into, and just your energy, who you're being, your time management, all of that. Second is marketing. How are you creating content? How are you getting leads and prospects, people that potentially want to work with you? How are you getting your offer out there? Who are you speaking to? Third is sales. How do you create that person or enroll that person to be a client, a paying client? How do you bring in the money, right? That's the funnest part of this process. And the 4th part is fulfillment. How do you then fulfill on this offer? How do you get this client amazing results? And how do I continue to grow and scale from there? And then I have a bonus, which is your team scaling. I'm going to talk about scaling with ads, paid ads, team members, all of that stuff. But you can get to $10,000 months with just you and maybe 1 virtual assistant or some type of person to help you co-coach or something like that. I'm not going to dive too much into scaling and team building on this video. This video is really about just that person that's just getting started, okay? So step 1, if you are starting from scratch in the mindset pillar, is time management, okay? It's so crazy how much information you can have in your head, how many ideas you can have in your head. None of those matter until you put it on the calendar, until you have it set on a date that you're going to do it, and you do these activities consistently over a month, over 2 months, over 3 months. It will change your life, okay? So first thing I recommend is get a calendar. I use Google Calendar. It is the 21st century. It's 2024. Learn how to use Google Calendar. I know if you like paper planners, it's totally great. But if you're going to be in the online space, trust me, you want to practice Google Calendar, sending invites, sharing events with calls, different things like that. But the reason I love Google Calendar, and I'll probably drop a screenshot of my calendar here, is you can see visually what your week looks like. And I actually like to color code my calendar based off the activities that I'm doing. And I sort the activities I'm doing with like feminine energy and masculine energy. I really like to have those different energies throughout my day. I can expand on that in a further video. Let me know if you really want to learn how a 7-figure person. By the way, I've learned time management where I work about 15 hours a week and I have a 7-figure business. So I'm telling you it's possible, but it's all started from this foundation where I learned to every single Sunday night, I look at my Google Calendar, I map out my calendar. The reason I love Google Calendar as well, along with the color coding, is you can just move the blocks around, right? Like if you need to reschedule something, it's really easy to just see a visual like, okay, I have space here, I'm gonna move it here. And then when you get really good at this, to expand on, like I said, I will have blocks where like all of my calls that I have to be in the house are a certain color. All of my appointments that are outside of the house are a certain color. All of my, business activities are a certain color. My workouts are a certain color. So that way I can kind of see like, okay, here's my personal stuff. Here's my business stuff. Here's my relationship stuff. This is what I'm doing in the house, out of the house, and just really managing your time. Okay. So just really quick, the activities that you're going to be doing as an online coach is really simple. It's content creation, lead generation, sales calls, and then fulfilling and coaching your clients. It's really, really simple. So you want to find time on your calendar where every single week you are batching your content for the week, where every single week you have set hours that you're going to be DMing and setting up sales appointments. You have set hours that you're going to be taking sales calls, okay? It's a great time to get organized with your time management. That's the number one thing that will take you to the next level, okay? Within that, obviously with managing your time, if you struggle with that, a lot of this stuff with not getting started is your mindset. And with your mindset is just the way you think and the way you feel. It's your perception, it's your, it encompasses a lot of things. It's your identity of yourself, it's your identity with, other people, it's your environment, it is your actions. Obviously, you don't get results in life if you don't take action. It's not like you're just gonna meditate your way to become a millionaire. If you ask any successful person, they work their little booty off. But it's all about the energy behind it, where they're working because it feels good, because they know it's their purpose, and they're in the energy of service and giving and learning, right? One of my favorite quotes is work to learn, not to earn. And when you are in that like childlike state where you're just, life's an adventure and you're learning and you're trying things, you're not afraid of failure. It's completely different when you're in scarcity. You got to pay the bills. You got to get this client to pay your bills, right? You can tell the difference there. And we have thoughts and feelings. Our feelings follow our thoughts. They've proven scientifically when you think a thought, it fires electricity in your brain. You have neurons in your brain that when you think a certain type of thought, you're following, imagine a pathway in the ground, a groove in the dirt. You're following that. And if you think that thought again, you're going on that same path, and the path gets deeper and deeper, and you're going to more naturally follow that path versus the path that doesn't necessarily have a groove. It's a new thought. That's why changing your mindset is hard, because we're creatures of habit, right? And most of you have been thinking certain thoughts since you were a little kid. You've never become aware of them. And that's what this coaching thing will do for you. It's going to make you look at your beliefs around money, your belief around sales, your belief around yourself and your worthiness, your belief around, getting your clients results and caring what other people think. Like, there's so much fear. And one of my favorite things, there's this called the emotional frequency scale. And down below is the fear, the shame, the worry, the anger. And up here is the bliss. This is where God is, right? It's the love, the peace, the joy. That's where the money is. That's where the fun is. That's where the event, that's where everything you want is. Love is the answer. When you come from your heart, when you love your clients, when you love the people that are engaging in your content, when you show up in love and service, it's so much better. But again, don't be too hard on yourself here. It takes time. It takes repetitions to reprogram the limiting beliefs in your mind that have been holding you back. So for you personally, ask yourself, what do I believe about money? What is stopping me from doing this online coaching thing? Because again, you have all the information how to do it. Why aren't you doing it? It's some belief and fear of what people think, fear of failure. And so write those lies down, put them on a visual, like look at that BS and say, I don't believe I can charge $1,000. Who am I to charge this much? Money doesn't grow on trees. We're in a recession. All these things that we are creating based on our thoughts. So it's really important that you look at that stuff, choose the opposite of that. So for example, who am I to be a coach? I can't get people results. It's like, I'm an amazing coach and my clients get the best results in the industry. You have to shift your identity. You have to believe this stuff. Be delusional till it happens. It really is true. And if someone else has the success, if someone else is doing it, why can't you do it? Okay? So hopefully I don't want to get too hypey. I want to get it right into it, but it really is your energy. It really is your beliefs that are holding you back. You can take everything I'm going to teach in this video and keep expanding on and apply it. But if you're not doing it, again, you probably need to change your environment and hire a coach. Get around like-minded women and, men. Get around like-minded people. Get out of the house. Stop listening to your parents. Stop listening to the news. Stop listening to all the BS and the negative stuff and start focusing on your purpose and your future. Okay? So I just went off on the mindset part, but that's what I like to, if you guys follow me, it's the most important thing because the strategy is very simple. Again, it's math, it's numbers, it's equations, it's plug and play. But at the end of the day, if your heart isn't in your content, if you're not in your content, you're a personal brand, it's doing that inner work on yourself and connecting with yourself, and it's selling and enrolling yourself on the vision so that you can connect with other people and enroll other people into the vision for them. All right. Okay. So that's the first pillar: mindset, time management, just the way of being, your environment, your identity, all of that stuff. Okay. So second pillar is marketing. And within marketing, you have, I'm looking at my notes here, your niche that's like a specific person that you're speaking to, and you're going to have the skeleton of the framework of what you're going to offer that person, meaning your niche, the results you get people through your free content in your niche, you get them the same results in your paid program, in your offer. Okay. So it all kind of needs to stem from the same place. So hopefully that makes sense. It's like, you're going to so for example, in Buff and Paid, we have these 4 pillars: mindset, marketing, sales, fulfillment. In your coaching business, let's say you're an online fitness coach, you're going to have your pillars as well. It's probably mindset, nutrition, movement, lifestyle. Like within those things, you have a process that step by step is going to be defined for that specific niche. So that's why it's really important in the beginning that if you are the lose 20 pounds while still eating the foods that you love, if you are that person that helps girls, the 9-to-5 corporate women, have flexibility, wear hot outfits at the office, meet their soulmate, like whatever it is, you can get them a specific result that they really want. And then you're not just like, oh, I'm just a fitness coach, grow your booty, fat loss coach. Like, no, you are the go-to coach for that person. Okay. So you want to figure out how you figure out your niche is just journaling, writing it down, and don't worry. You're going to feel like, oh my gosh, I have 5,000 niches. I could do this. I could do that. Just pick one. I always say you cannot steer a car that's not in motion. So pick a niche, pick a car, pick a vehicle, start moving it along, and it'll get refined as you go, because now you have feedback and data from the marketplace, from your clients. You've gotten results, and we'll get further into that. Okay. So I'm just going to do the example of mine. So when I first started my program, I called it Fit Lady Project, and it was, I help 9-to-5 corporate women lose 20 to 30 pounds without giving up her pizza and wine nights. Okay. Or date nights. So it was very specific. It's like the single woman who clearly wants to stay hot. She's calling into her husband. Like, it was very much like I started creating free content for her that would get her results in those pillars I went over. And then my program was just an expanded thing on the free content. And that's exactly what Buff and Paid is. Like, I teach you all this in your free content, but in our paid program, you get hand-holding, you get customization, you get step-by-step, you get daily support, you get accountability, you get motivation. You're creating, kind of like I said in the environment or the mindset part, you have to create an environment where the fastest way to change is to have peers around you that are like-minded in doing it. Like if you see so-and-so winning, if you see this person making content, you're gonna do it too, okay? So, excuse me, it really is in your program. How can you, and we'll dive deeper into creating your program more. I don't wanna overwhelm you guys or too much here. So keeping it simple, define the niche, who do you help, start creating content for that person, and pick a platform. Like start with like Instagram. We really focus on Instagram. So really simple, just create 5 reels, post a reel every single day. You can do those like 10-second ones of you walking with like calling out a limiting belief that your ideal client would have. And again, when you're thinking about your niche and your ideal client, think about who is she? What, what's her name? Where does she live? What does she do for fun? Where does she shop? Where does she work? What are her hobbies? What are the things she thinks about all day? What does she think when she's trying on clothes in the dressing room? What are the thoughts that go through her head when she's about to be intimate with her partner? What are the thoughts that are in her head when she's laying in bed at night? What does she wake up with from in the middle of the night? What does she worry about? What does she want in her life? What does she desire in her life? Little tip, I recommend focusing in your content on the positive aspects and what you help people with. You do want to touch on the pain, you talk about their fear and their pain, but really focus on their goals. And remember, you're not always selling the plane to get there or the vehicle to get there. You're selling the destination. So really wrap your mind around it. What's going to get you to stand out is you're selling a result, you're selling a destination. You're not just another, here's your macros and your workout plan coach. Yes, you are that. But why does that person need that? What is it going to give them as far as results? It's not just, here's your meal plan. It's, you don't have to ever think about what you're eating again. I'm going to literally plug and play. Here's your grocery. You know what I mean? Just what's the value add for them? Okay. So hopefully that makes sense there. So you're going to have your niche down. You're going to kind of know that you have this offer that you're going to make. You have the framework of it. And then again, you're creating content on Instagram. So you're talking about nutrition, again, we're just using like a fitness coach here as an example, but you're making content within your pillars. So mindset, nutrition, movement, lifestyle, give them the daily mindset routine that you have. Give them, your 5 top movements to grow your booty. Give them, 5 reasons you should not follow keto diet or whatever. Like be very like polarizing and just educational and real in your content for your ideal client. To give you an example, for me, like I called out, like there's a lot of information out there. You're probably getting targeted with ads. Like I know what you're going through. I know what you're experiencing because I experience it too. And again, your ideal client is you. And that's what's so fun about this is you're really creating content for yourself. And if you don't connect with yourself, you're not going to stand out and get sales. Okay. So there we go. Mindset, marketing, third pillar is sales. So sales, more than anything, it really is a mindset. So just be aware when you're in this process of getting your first client, that's when the voice in your head goes a little rampant. Just, oh my gosh, this isn't working. You're going to feel rejected when people don't respond. Like if you have a background in sales, you understand like it's not personal and it really is about just putting in the reps, hitting, certain numbers. Once you hit those numbers, it's like you get better at skills. But in the beginning, it's like you either make up for what you lack in skills with numbers, and as you get better at your skills, you can do less numbers. It's just math. In whatever phase and part you're in the process, it really is just starting to fall in love with sales and the process, and not even think of it like sales, right? You might have a sleazy feeling around sales, but we like to call it enrollment. We like to call it an invitation to a vision. It's just, hey, you're here, you want to be here. I'm going to make sure that you get there and guarantee that you get there through my proven process. You're going to invest in it financially so that you show up and you're accountable and you have the environment to change your habits and who you are. And it really is, if you don't do this program, you're going to stay stuck, right? And it's that mindset behind sales. And that's also why we recommend, again, simplicity, starting out with one high ticket offer, one specific ideal client, one niche. So that way it all stems together, right? You have your niche, you have the specific person you're talking to, you're marketing and creating content on the platform that she hangs out on the most, and you are, having conversations and creating a high ticket offer and shifting that person to enroll into that program to transform. You're literally selling transformation, you're selling change, and that's why you can charge a higher price point, because it's not just here's a $50 ebook, go do it. It's at the end of the 90 days, you're gonna have the ass of your dreams, you're gonna have a ton of energy, you're gonna meet the man of your dreams because you're confident, you're gonna have better sex, like whatever it is that you really, really actually want, just be real and be human. When you shift people to be like, yo, you're holding yourself back. And when you have, again, I talked about at the beginning, only follow a couple people, put your blinders on, stop consuming everything around you. And it's the same for your clients. It's like, you're doing all these gimmicks, all this free stuff, all these pills, all these waist trainers, all these things that don't work long-term. Why don't you invest in changing your identity, changing your habits, creating a lifelong change? Okay. So that's why, again, I recommend charging at least $1,000 for a 90-day program. I have clients that have charged $3,000 to $5,000. I find the sweet spot is around $1,500 to $2,000 for a 90-day program, or around $500 to $7,000. That could definitely be possible too. There's no limit, but $500 to $700 a month for your program. Okay, so now that you kind of know you're charging high ticket, through your content, and if your content is good, which I can expand later on that in a further video, but if your content is good, you're gonna have people reaching out to you to wanna work with you. And there is a specific script and framework that we teach inside Buff and Paid, and I'll see how generous I'm feeling. I might drop it for you guys down below, or let us know, send us a DM and we'll chat with you and see if we can point you in the right direction of what script process is best for you. We kind of there's different scripts based on who you're talking to. So if it's someone who's a cold person, you've never talked to them before, they don't know who you are, there's a specific way to talk to them. If it's a friend or a family, there's a specific way to kind of, be more flowy with it. But in the beginning, you are going to be very scripted and follow a framework. And the more you do it, the less you have to follow the script, the more you can just be human. You understand the mindset behind shifting people and enrolling people, and you're going to get better and better at it. But in the beginning, it's just make sure you're messaging and following and connecting with people, everyone that follows you, everyone that likes your stuff. Sending out 5 outbound DMs a day, if just building that habit of building the pipeline a little bit every single day. Okay. So that's really it. And then from there, that when you're having those DM conversations, you say, there's a point in the process where you say, oh, hey, I can help you. Let's get on a quick call and dive deeper into this. And you get on a call, that can either be a quick 10-minute touch base call, you give them a little bit of homework, and then you book a full 60-minute call to go over your program and just enroll them into your program if that interests them. So it really is just, what's the next step for this person to take that next step that's going to get them closer and closer to working with you and therefore changing their life. Okay. So again, you're going to be DMing, you're going to be setting appointments. And then the next thing is actually getting on the phone and following that process to enroll and close those clients. So it is a math equation where, let's say you want to hit $10,000 months, okay? So write down $10,000, and your program is $500 a month, okay? Or $1,500 paid in full for 3 months. Again, I don't want to go too much into strategy. We can expand further on videos and that, but you can add interest if they pay every month. There's different things you can set up. It's whatever works for you. So if you want to make 10 grand a month and your offer is $500 a month, you need 20 clients. And if your program's 3 months, you're going to take that 20 and divide it by 3. I don't have my phone on me, but I know 18 divided by 3 is 6. So that means you need to bring about 6 to 7 clients a month. Let's just say 7. So you need to bring on 7 clients a month for 3 months. So for month 1, you're going to bring on 7. Month 2, you're going to bring on another 7. Now you have 14. Month 3, bring on another 7. Now you have 21. And you just keep doing that every single month. That's about 1 to 2 clients a week. And again, if you want to go fast, you can do this over, 6 months or whatever, but that's how you get to 10K months, is just bringing in those people for that level. And if you want to go faster, again, you can charge more, you can sign more people, you could do a 4-month program, a 6-month program, but I think you kind of get the gist here. It's really fun just to do the math and know, okay, I just need to bring on, 6 to 7 clients a month, that's about that's about two. Yeah, 1 to 2. I think I said it wrong earlier. 1 to 2 clients a week. So it's just math. I'm just flowing with this video today. So I'll probably pop up some screen stuff here so you guys can get some visuals. But again, just do the math, and that's why you want to charge high ticket. And from there, you can reverse engineer the activity and say, okay, if I want to enroll 1 to 2 clients a week, how many sales appointments do I need to book? Okay, I book, you want to get to about 50% at close. So if you take 10 calls in a week, you close 5. If you take 5 calls in a week, you close 2 to 3. So if you get this, how simple this is, you only need to do 5 calls with people to close about 2 clients a week to hit 6 figures. And you do the math, if it takes you about an hour, let's say it takes you 2 hours to do 2 hours a call. That's 10 hours a week just in enrollment. You probably need about 5 hours a week to do content. And then another, maybe let's just say 10 hours DM. You can do full time, hit 10K months working like 20 to 25 hours a week. And like me, once you get really good at it, like I can bust out content. I can do all this stuff in my sleep now after doing this for 7 years. And you're going to get really good, and it's just going to create more time freedom for you. So it's all about, again, starting with that time management, systems, leverage, following one process, removing like all these other things are going to come in, like do this strategy, go on this platform. I'm telling you, start with one niche, one ideal client, one high ticket offer on one platform, get that kind of dialed in, and then add another platform, then start posting on another platform, then start DMing. Like there is the 7-11-4 rule. People need to consume about 7 hours of your content. They need about 11 touch points over 4 platforms. Is kind of where we're at nowadays. So you do want to like post your reels on Instagram, but post them on TikTok, post them on Facebook, post them on YouTube, go on LinkedIn. But again, have one niche, one I help statement, one offer, one sales process, and then you can expand on different marketing platforms. Okay. So that's kind of how you scale. All right. So that's sales. And to wrap this up, the 4th pillar is fulfillment, which is just have a clear productized offer, meaning it's the same system for each client. Each client gets, an onboarding video to watch that they watch. Then they have an onboarding survey that they fill out. Then they have an onboarding call where they get step-by-step plan. Then they're plugged into your messaging platform like we use Slack. Then they get their Trainerize app or their PT Hub app or whatever app you want to use to give them their workouts. You give them that app, they have messaging support. And then the other part is like have a course or like even like a Google Drive with mindset tips, this is business. You could have like a mindset, nutrition, workouts, like have different folders with each type of resource in there that you can just give all your clients that folder that will eventually turn into a course inside of a platform like we have. Okay, so that's how you create your offer. It's very productized and systemized. You get them one-on-one calls, you have a weekly group call with them, whatever it is, and then have a framework where they get an offboarding survey, an offboarding call, and you re-sign them. Okay, so it's a very, again, systemized, productized offer that you're getting your clients results with, and you're getting feedback and surveys so you can improve. You're getting testimonials, you're getting before and after photos, and then you're just gonna start adding that in your marketing, and it's gonna add fuel to the fire. And then eventually, to wrap this up, you're gonna wanna then build out some type of funnel, landing page, build an email list, have a CRM, a customer relationship management portal, where you are keeping notes and contact info of all of your prospects, all of your customers, and just building a business from there, right? It's just, and then once you have, your back end offer, you can sell them. Maybe you do live in-person events, but you are building your list, which is, once you build that over time, like I have a list of like 50,000 people now. Like I don't ever worry about money because I know I can market to this list of people that I have built through organic efforts and through paid ads, okay? So last thing I wanna say is once you get this down, you know your niche, you're following your time management, you're making content, you're closing at about 50%, you're hitting about 5 to 10K months online, you can scale at any point with what I love to do, which is IG DM ads, where you can spend $5 a day, $10 a day, and have people DMing you directly to want to work with you as their coach. And instead of you having to go out and outbound and, organic, if I spend, $5 and I get about, let's say, one lead for $5, I get about 10 of those a day. So I'm spending about $50 a day. I get 10 leads coming in. 5 of them book a call. 1 of them becomes a client. Like, that was a very like general example, but obviously you're gonna want to do that over and over and scale from there. So that's kind of how you create more time freedom through ads. You can hire a team member to do all your outbound DMing for you, post your content. You can hire someone to help you with your coaching your clients. Really, the hires are like admin, virtual assistant who does like posting for you, admin work, onboarding, offboarding, a co-coach, someone who helps coach your clients, does check-ins, and then a setter and a closer, someone who books sales appointments in the DMs and someone who closes them for you. That's really all the team you need. And I'll share with you guys at 100K months, we have 1 closer, 1 setter, and 1 assistant, and 1 coach. So you really don't need a huge team to do this, and it's absolutely amazing. So just know, once you get to 5K months, you can scale to 10, 20, whatever level you want with paid ads. It really is the game changer. It was for me. Paid ads and mindset work is what took me to 7 figures. So again, this is just this video is to get you to 6 figures. Hopefully you got some value out of it. You guys know, shameless plug, this is the surface free stuff. If you want to go deeper and get a personalized game plan, how to apply this framework to you, we do offer a 60-minute breakthrough call with my team at Buff and Paid, where you can dive into these 4 pillars. We're going to go over your limiting beliefs, help you overcome them, create a marketing plan, create an offer, get you your sales process, help you with the tech, help you with all of this. But most important, have you an environment of like-minded women that are doing this so that you can start to level up and change your life and shift into new realities, okay? So again, book that call if that interests you. Hopefully you got some value from this, and I will see you guys on the next video.